Get What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. Today is the NBA edition. We have 5 beautiful NBA games we're going to be going over today. You have myself, Alpha Dog Bets, hosting the show with JD from Line Movers, and below us, you know the man, the myth, the legend, Jammer Bets. Jammer, we're pumped to have you on, as we always do, one of the best NBA minds in the business. How are you today?
Super excited to be here. You guys know there's no place I'd rather be.
We love it. We love it. The energy is high. The boys are ready to go. JD, another big night from you, I believe, in college basketball. How are you today?
Yeah, man. The college basketball sides are absolutely going nuts currently. But yeah, man, I'm doing great and super excited to break down an NBA slate.
Let's get it. I love the energy today, fellas. This is fantastic. Fellas, let's break down how we did yesterday. Actually, before we do, Nick Castrucci is giving me compliments, and I know why you're doing that. Nick, you're hilarious. I appreciate you, brother. Let's have a great show, as we always do. What's up, Joe? Joe is tuning in as well. Back to the YouTube today. Joe was making a little different appearance in the Twitter yesterday, but he's back in the YouTube. We appreciate you tuning in as always, bro. Good segue to let you guys know that you guys should definitely be subscribed to our YouTube. You guys can see where it is. It's posted all over MoneyBall Metrics. Get in on the YouTube. There's a ton of exclusive content that will be coming to the MoneyBall Metrics YouTube. Well, fellas, it's a good segue to go into our recap from yesterday's slate. I'll go first. I sweat my best bets. I sweat my free plays yesterday. It was an absolutely massive day for me. We needed it. We're back on track, and I'm excited to keep giving the people the winner. So let's get after it. The Knicks money line, cash with ease. I know Hefe was on yesterday. He was all over that as well, so that was a good win for the team, as well as the over in that Warriors-Mavericks game. We did see a lot of points there, exactly what I expected. Was a great game, delivered to the hype, and we cashed our bet, so I'm very happy about how yesterday went. Jammer, how was your day yesterday?
Well, I mean, there's nothing better I can say than we didn't lose a bet yesterday. I didn't send anything out. We just enjoyed the games, had a nice, enjoyable day, enjoyed the NBA in-season cup. You know,
something like that.
Out of those.
In-season, whatever it is.
You got to figure out what it's called. But, yeah, we just we watched some games last night, enjoyed the money from the weekend, and we're ready to lay it out today.
I love that. What'd you think of the Celtics court last night? The Sixers one was hard to watch the game, but that Celtics one was even harder to pay attention to the game. What'd you think about that?
I'm a big fan of just the regular, hardwood floors. I don't like the painted shit, like get some advertisements out there.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
I'm with you 1,000%. It's so hard to watch the game that way. My father is in his 70s. He texted me last night and goes, I can't fucking watch this. Straight up. He said, I just can't. I'm turning it off. Let me know who wins. So it's funny to see that. JD, another big day from you. How did you do yesterday? What'd you think about these crazy courts for the NBA in-season tournament?
Yeah, man, as far as the courts, I'm actually not a big fan of those.
No.
I'm actually just not. As far as the best bets, swept those. Kansas got the job done. That was honestly that was actually a pretty ugly game. But they found a way and actually got the job done there. And then coming from me, like I said, I'm not these like days, like I've been doing this for a long time now, and I just don't have I don't really have a lot of teams now. But actually Duke is one of my teams. So when I come on here and tell you to bet against them, you need to bet against them.
Yeah.
So that was a good win actually last night. And then, man, as far as the NBA games yesterday, I didn't give out a single play, but if you listen to every lean on the show, I hit every single one.
Yep.
Love to hear that.
So I actually probably should have gave those picks out, but yeah, we are here now, and this is an NBA show. So.
All the boys are hot, too. We're all hot in the NBA, so I'm excited to dive into the slate. Joe is making me laugh in the comment saying he kept restarting his Apple TV thinking it was a display error with the courts yesterday. Had a little too much bourbon. What, did you steal some of JD's expensive collection, brother? We all know JD's got the best bourbon out there, so I'm glad you both were able to enjoy that for the games last night. Let's go into the first game we are going to do today, and as I said, it is going to be a full NBA show, so let's dive into the first game. The first game is going to be the Pacers taking on the Orlando Magic. The Pacers are coming in 500 ball club. They're 5-5 on the year. They're 2-4 on the road. Taking on Orlando, who is also a 500 ball club. They're 6-6 on the year, but they're 5-0 at home. So Orlando at home has been an absolute wagon. Orlando on the road is a team you probably want to avoid. Tonight they're home. JD, what do we think about this one?
Yeah, man. Just like I said, the Magic. First, the Magic that actually played last night.
Yep.
They actually easily got the job done there. Then switching over, man. This Pacers team is hard for me to get a good read on. Seems they win games that they shouldn't win, and then they lose games that they definitely should win.
Yep.
Then going back to the Magic team, just actually like we said to start the season, they are a team that I've been wanting to actually back. And then actually like home, like you just said, they are great. They're actually 5-0 there.
Yep.
So looking at this, would seem like that this would be a spot where it would be a Magic spot for the but this is not. Just looking at all the just looking at the numbers here, the Pacers for fresh to me just actually have to be a play.
Yep.
Like I said, I haven't had a good read on actually them, so this is not a big play or anything like that. But I have the Pacers here at actually more in like the -4 to -5 range. So you can get there actually. You can get them here really cheap. So.
Yeah. I feel the exact same way you do. I'll jump in here next, JD. I'm all over the Pacers on the money line here. You can get that at a -104 currently on FanDuel. I think they're the more complete team. I know it's been a little tough early in the year for them, but they do have some impressive wins. They did beat the Knicks in their last game on the 10th. They've also been off for 2 days. This will be their third day since they've played the last game. They played on the 10th. Today's the 13th, so they've had a lot of rest. They will be able to come in there and prepare, and they've played each other twice already this season. So Currently the season is split 1-1. The Magic won at home. The Pacers won at home. But now that these two teams have seen each other and we don't have Paolo Banchero for the Magic, I think this is absolutely going to be a Pacers play. I expect a big game tonight out of Pascal Siakam. I expect Miles Turner to be able to grab every rebound because Wendell Carter for Orlando is also injured. He's a game-time decision, but he's been pretty banged up. It has been hindering his performance when he has been able to go. So I think the Pacers will win the rebounding battle, and I also think they're a faster, better team right now with the guys they'll have playing tonight. Give me the Pacers on the money line. I'll let it out early. It is going to be a best bet for me. Jammer, what do you got?
Yeah, you guys said it all correctly. I mean, like I was looking at this game last night. I'm like, how is this just a 1.5 point spread here? I mean, no Paolo for the Magic. They kind of fell apart immediately after that injury, but as we've seen recently, they've won the last 3 games, but like they haven't really played anybody.
Exactly.
Charlotte, Washington, New Orleans Pelicans without Zion. For me, I'm going player props here. Alpha, you mentioned it. What's his name? Miles Turner. He's going to be grabbing all those boards down there, going up against Goga Bitadze. I used to call Miles Turner the most useless 7-footer out there, but he's been playing pretty well the last couple games, grabbing 10-plus boards in the last 3. He had 11 versus the Magic the one time he played them earlier this season. I think that we're going to see a big game out of the Pacers. They haven't played since Sunday, so they got fresh legs. You guys mentioned it. Magic played last night. So for me, it's going to be a Miles Turner tonight. I like him over 8.5 rebounds. It's at plus money on some books. Also, I'm going to be sprinkling on double-double. Anytime I ever get that guy at 8.5, I do like to sprinkle on the double-double. Just grab that one extra rebound for plus money. And then another one, I like Benedict Mathurin over 18.5 points. This guy's really exploded this season, averaging damn near 20 right now. He's a young guy, and they got some offense on there. And without Tyrese Halliburton really scoring this year, they kind of need that second or third option out there if Miles Turner and Pascal aren't scoring. So I do like a little sprinkle on him, and then more on Miles Turner, though.
I love that. I love that. Both those props I definitely agree with. Let's cash the Pacers and let's get Jammer's props over to the comments. J-Bo is here. Pacers money line. We agree with you, brother. All of us seem to be on that side. Well, Jammer's on props, but me and JD, the two people who gave out sides, are going to be on the Pacers tonight. Joe is asking, is the total's pretty low? Every head-to-head is well in the 230s. What do we think about that? It's a little difficult with the Magic playing in back-to-back games with them being home. I do think they are going to try and limit possessions to the Pacers, so they may slow it down. If I were to pick one of the totals, I would lean the over, but I'm not comfortable taking either side. Do either of you guys have a read on the total here?
I will say, I think this total seems like a trap, yes, because I have this total way over this. So actually, like whenever my numbers are that far off, I just stay away.
For sure. And I do see your other comment in there, Joe, about Cat being the most useless big man. We're going to cover the Knicks game next, so we will talk about that. Casper is here saying hello, Jammer. Looks like you have a fan here today, Casper. We appreciate you tuning in, as we always do, brother. That is our friend from the Faroe Islands. I'm glad to see that the internet is working there today, because we know sometimes we don't hear from Casper for a couple days. Let's keep it moving, fellas. Second game we're going to be taking on today is going to be the Bulls versus the Knicks. Last night, big win for this New York Knicks team. However, if you're watching every Knicks game right now and you're watching the performance Jalen Brunson's putting out there, you have to be a bit concerned. He looks absolutely nothing like his old self from last year. I know he's getting over a bad hand injury. It takes some time to get your shot back. It's early in the year with a lot of new pieces, but this Knicks team is really going to struggle if Jalen Brunson can't get back to being. He rolled his ankle yesterday. He came out of the game, and the Knicks opened up the game when he was off the floor. When Miles McBride was running the team, passing the ball wasn't stopping with Brunson like it has been with him in the lineup. So there's definitely some concern about the Knicks right now and with Jalen Brunson. Good news for them is they're taking on a Bulls team that has been pretty terrible. They are 4-7 on the year. They are 3-3 on the road. Going over to the injury report, half the Bulls are on the injury report, and they're all true game-time decisions, except for Lonzo Ball, who has already been ruled out. Zach LaVine, Jalen Smith, and Adama Sanogo are all true game-time decisions. On the Knicks side, it's the same guys who have not played in Kevin McCullough, who's a non-factor for the team, to be completely honest, and Mitchell Robinson, who is out till at least next year. Precious Achiuwa would be a huge body to get back for the Knicks. He potentially can be making his season debut tonight. All that being said, Jammer, we're going to start with you. What do you like in this game?
So I hate to go against what my man Joe's saying in the chat, but I mean, Cat used to be useless, but he's kind of been balling out here in New York.
We were just talking about it pre-show, randomly. It was nothing planned to talk about. Your comment came in, but Jammer came in and said, has anybody noticed the rebounds that Karl Anthony Towns is putting up this year? So we were just talking about that as well. Have to put that in there, Jammer.
Yeah, I mean, quickly, I was looking at his rebounds last night. I kind of laughed to myself. I'm like 11.5 rebounds for Cat. How is that even a thing? And then I go back and look. He's had damn near double-digit rebounds in almost every single one of his last 10 games. This guy's been balling out in New York. You know, he might not be getting the points, but if Jalen Brunson isn't going, they got to have somebody. And that guy for me tonight, it's going to be Cat in this matchup versus Vucevic. I'm going to be liking his points and rebounds. I like this guy to be the main offensive point tonight. If Jalen Brunson can't get going, we saw him and Joel Embiid get to a very, very, very slow start. I don't think either of them made a bucket until late into the first quarter. So I would like to see Cat get it started early. I think he's going to dominate the boards tonight. And hey, Joe, that doesn't matter. If he's allowing them to score, as long as he's scoring and he's getting rebounds, we're going to take it. I like him over 36.5 points and rebounds. The assists, if your book doesn't offer just points or rebounds, the assists, they come and go with Cat. He's either getting like 6 a game or he's getting 1 or 0. So if your book doesn't offer PR, I'd probably stay away from the PRA just because it's a little high. It's 39.5. But if you get that points and rebounds, I do like that combo there.
Yeah, absolutely. And to Joe's point, he's allowing 80 or 90% score rate to centers this year. Good news is tonight he's versing Nikola Vucevic, who is not going to be driving to the paint and trying to finger roll past Karl Anthony Towns. Not his game. Still over to the comments. 8D Mac Pig is saying that the Knicks healthy are going to be dangerous. From your lips to God's ears, brother, I hope you are right. I hope this team can get it right. I am a little nervous that this team feels like, what's the right way to put it? Let's put it in another sports term. In baseball, what team has a lot of superstars but can't ever seem to get it right? Because if that was comparable, that's what the Knicks are right now. They feel like a team that has a million superstars, but they have not gelled yet. More to come on that. The Knicks are going to have to figure a way to get it going. I'll quickly go here, guys. This may be a shock to you. I'm not on the Knicks tonight. This is going to be no play for me. If I were to take anything on this game, I would take the Bulls with the points. I think it's too many points for this Knicks team to cover on a back-to-back. They played an intense game last night against a rival. They had to pretty much go all out until the very end. They're returning home tonight, but 8 points is a lot of points in this spot while the team is not fully clicking. I think the Knicks will win the game. I just don't think they will cover the 8 points. So if I had to take something, I would take the Bulls +8, but it's going to be no play for me as of right now. JD.
Alpha, do the damn thing, man.
Doing the thing. I know the thing. I got the thing.
I will have to say, if I had to make a play here, it actually would be Bulls. This actual number here seems to be a little bit big. But yeah, I have absolutely nothing here.
Yep, I feel the exact same way. I think it's a sharp line, and this one could go either way. Jess is saying the Dodgers before the season. That's literally, hopefully, the Knicks do what the Dodgers did and kind of figure it out as the season goes along and get it together. But that's exactly kind of the point I was making. They look like the Dodgers did in the beginning half of the year as well. So great point there. All right, fellas, that's going to finish the first two games we're breaking down, but let's go to the third game we're breaking down today, which is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers mirror my New York Giants. They're 2-8 on the year. They're taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are 12-0 on the season. The Cavs have been absolutely fantastic, while the Philadelphia 76ers have been the absolute opposite of absolutely fantastic. A fun stat that I saw yesterday before the game, a very fun stat. All year last year, we heard Philly fans complain about Tobias Harris. This guy's the biggest letdown. We're paying him too much money. He can never produce. Tobias Harris has the same exact averages as Paul George has this year for the Philadelphia 76ers. The only stat that Paul George is beating him in is he's beating him by 2 assists per game. That is it. So he has not been working out for them so far. We all saw how Philly played last night. They are still going to be missing Tyrese Maxey, and they are on a back-to-back. Jammer, does this make you lean towards taking the Cavs, who are coming into this game as the third best cover team in the NBA, covering 9 out of their 12 games and 75%? What do you think?
I mean, this Cavaliers team is dirty, man, and they just keep showing it every single night. I was texting with JD earlier this week. I'm like, it gives me the Chiefs feel. It's like you got to feel like this team's going to let up off the gas here soon, but they really want to keep this streak going. I can't remember what the Warriors win game streak was the 72 win season. I can't remember if it was like 16 straight games or something, but the Cavs got to be 16. The Cavs, they got to be eyeing that up. You know that they're going to be trying to go for it. I'm not too big on these full game spreads whenever they're at like 9.5. For a team like this Cavaliers, I like to see them get out early, get the lead, and kind of hope that they can kind of cruise in that second half. You know, they're obviously recognizing this streak that they got going on, and you know they want to keep it going.
Of course.
Philly's on a back-to-back. I think you got to try and jump on them early. So I'm going to be taking the Cavs first half -4.5. Get that lead. Try and save your team in the second half. You know that the Philly 76ers are going to have long legs from last night. Joel Embiid did not look good. So, I mean, if you're going to be relying on Paul George to score you points tonight against the best team in the league, you might be in a little bit of trouble. I do lean Donovan Mitchell over 3.5 threes as well at plus money. I know the Sixers aren't great at defending the three, and they're going to have some tired legs, like I mentioned. Might be tough to guard him around the 3-point line tonight. So if I was going to take anything, I'd go Cavs first half -4.5, and then lean Donovan Mitchell threes as well.
Well, our friend in the comments, Jess, agrees with you. We appreciate your comment, Jess, saying that the Sixers won't be the team that beats them. You agree that anything first half covers on the Cavs. I agree. I'm going to be taking the full game on the Cavs here at the 9.5. I know it's a lot of points, but the 76ers team has been absolutely abysmal against the cover this year. They're 2-8 as a record overall. They're also 2-8 against the spread. They're missing the cover by on average 6.5 points per game, which is really bad. That's a really bad number. Well, when you take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers team, they're 9-3 on the cover this year, 75%, and they're beating the expected cover by 6 full points per game. That's a big number, 6. I do think they will be able to get it done. As well, when you take a look at this Philly team, No Maxey, no Embiid. I mean, Embiid said he's going to want to try and play, but we all heard him 2 weeks ago saying I'm not playing back-to-backs.
Yeah.
There's no shot he's going to play in a game right after his first game of the year in a back-to-back. I just can't see him go. If he does go, I'd be thrilled because of how he looked last night. I just can't see him playing here. And I do think the tired legs of Philadelphia will start to take effect the later this game does go on. We all do know they're missing a ton of guys. No Maxey, no Embiid. And then you're going to rely on guys like Paul George that aren't exactly youthful in the NBA anymore. Guys like Kelly Oubre, who's playing great, but not exactly youthful in the NBA anymore. Like guys like Kyle Lowry, who's 972 years old, not exactly youthful, and have a lot of energy in the NBA. So for me, I think it is the Cavs. It's not going to be one of my best bets, but I do think the Cavs are able to get it done. Give me the Cavs by the 9.5. JD, what you got?
All right, I'm just going to have to start off here. Yesterday, I saw a bunch of stuff. It was on Twitter, I'm pretty sure, about how there are odds up currently for the Cavs to not lose a single game the whole season.
I saw that.
And people are like going nuts and they're betting it, saying it's such great value.
So do you recommend doing that?
Like, no. If I can go ahead and tell you, the value fucking sucks. The number makes no sense.
No sense.
All they have to win is 70 straight games from here on out.
You can't even give me a number high enough to make that make sense.
I would need $1 million off a dollar wager.
Yeah.
I would need $1 million off a $1. And that would be fair.
Right.
If they got $1 million, if they got like $1 from, a million people, good.
So yeah, people thinking that that's actually a good bet, like blew my mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, the Cavs are looking absolutely great. And actually on the road, they've been playing really good. I believe against the spread, they're actually 5-1 on the road. And the Phillies, when they're at home, they're actually 0-5, actually ATS. With all that being said, the books have definitely caught up. I believe the Cavs, they have not covered the spread at least the past 2 games.
Yep, you're correct.
Books are definitely making you pay to actually back them now.
Yep.
So for me, there's no real value. If there's, if somebody plays Philly here, I can see why. I'm definitely not, because I'm not going to go in against the Cavs. And also, like you said, Alpha, somebody's going to sit. It's just going to be who. If you do like the Cavs, I would probably go ahead and bet that, because that number's probably going to go up.
Yeah.
But saying that also, I'm not going to back the Cavs spread here. A Cavs team total over, though, I am looking at actually that. So that might be a play.
I like that. They've been putting up a ton of points in every game, so I can understand exactly why you would do that. Last game they played, they only won the game by 6 points, but they still dropped 119 points. So I definitely would understand why you would take that angle. It's probably a very smart angle on this game. Over to the comments. Joe is saying the spacing Joel Embiid gives PG will pay dividends later in the season. I agree with you. I just have to see it. Look how the Clippers are doing this year without PG. All I'm going to say on that. J-Bo is saying he's ready for the Saturday bangers we're going to drop. Jay, you know that's coming tomorrow. That's the Thursday show, so we're only 1 day away, brother. We'll definitely get you those tomorrow. Joe is also saying this is why Vegas wins on that play, to bet the Cavs going undefeated on the year. Don't bet it. For the love of God, please. Please, I can't say it enough. Don't bet that. Don't be a sucker. Even if it's $1 to win $1 million, don't be a sucker. It's never happened. It's never going to happen. And that's how they get money out of the public, by doing stupid bets like that. Don't let them do this more often. Don't give them your money for this. Let's keep it moving, fellas. Next game we're going to be breaking down today is going to be the Suns versus the Kings. Suns are coming in 9-2 on the year. They're 4-1 on the road. Kings are coming in 6-5 on the year. They're 2-2 at home. Over to the injury report. 2 game time decisions for the Suns tonight. Yusuf Nurkic as well as Bradley Beal, so 2 critical players for them. They will also not have Kevin Durant. He's out until at least November 26th. On the other side, Malik Monk is out for the Kings. He will not return for at least 2 weeks himself either. Jammer, ESPN BPI is saying that the Kings have a 63% chance to win this game outright. Odds are kind of saying that too. What do you think about this game? Break it down.
Well, I mean, they're 7.5-point favorites. I hope that they would win tonight, especially without Kevin Durant. I know the Suns have been playing really, really, really well this season. I definitely didn't expect them to start off the season like this, 9-2. But I mean, that's kind of what I said. I said the West was going to be hot. It was going to be a big race between a lot of teams, not really compared to the East. But I love this Sacramento Kings team. I was looking at their starting lineup. They got 3 guys averaging 20 plus. I mean, a big surprise there is DeRozan. He's leading the team in scoring at 25 points per game. It's kind of crazy though. De'Aaron Fox was kind of like the guy down there scoring, but now he's kind of got that third option outside of him and Sabonis.
Yep.
But for me, it's not about DeRozan tonight. It is about Sabonis. If Nurkic ends up playing, I'll probably lay off. But if there's no Nurkic tonight and I think they have like one other big body on their team outside of Nurk, they're going to be playing a lot of small ball. And if Nurkic is not playing, I'm going to be all over those Sabonis rebounds. I might do something similar with that I did with Miles Turner, do the points and rebounds for Sabonis. I'm going to love him to just actually eat this Phoenix Suns team alive. I know that these two teams don't like each other. They played earlier this season. 7.5 is a little too high for me. I probably would lean for them to maybe blow these guys out, but I don't like the big spreads like I mentioned earlier. So for me, it's going to be about Sabonis if Nurkic doesn't play. And if Nurkic does play, I'm going to be on Nurkic doesn't play, I'm going to be on De'Aaron Fox. So I'm going to be paying attention to that injury report. Nothing official right now, but definitely eyeing up some plays.
Man, I'll tell you early, I love betting points and rebounds for Sagotness. He is so good at catching PR bets. He's one of my favorites. I call him Sagotness for a reason because he's won so much money for me in my betting career. But you put it perfectly. This Suns team is going to be a little bit tired tonight, I think, as well. They played a very tough game against Utah last night that they did win 120-112. So it was a tough late-night game. The game was at Utah. They have to travel from Utah to Sacramento tonight to take on the Kings. So there's a little bit of travel involved in this one as well. If I were to take something in this game, I would lean the Kings as well. I also lean that prop of Domantas Sagotness over 31.5 rebounds and points. I think that one, especially if Nurkic doesn't go, is the best bet in this game. But this one is going to be, JD, as you know what I'm going to say. Sometimes the best play is no play. We're being selective. We're making sure we give you guys our favorite plays. So for me, nothing on this game, except that Sagotness points, rebounds over 31.5 if you're in the prop market. JD, what you got?
Yeah, man. The Suns actually last night, they actually got the job done. I went over all the reasons yesterday of why to bet the Suns. No, I did not bet the Suns. So just have to love those. But as far as tonight's game, the Suns have actually been an over team. They're actually 7-4 on actually the season, but on the road to the over, they're actually 4-1.
Wow.
And I'm bringing that actually up because tonight, as far as the total, I am seeing some value there. I have this at actually 229. So actually, like, not a huge gap there, but actually some. What I'm honestly waiting on is for maybe the spread to go up a little more, and then do like actually what we talked last week, and I believe Joe in the comments he actually said something about this too, but maybe even taking the Suns team total over, because with the spread going up, their actual team total is going to go down. So yeah, for this game, I'm either looking at either just playing the full game over or either the Suns team total over.
I like that. You guys want to hear a crazy fact about the Suns this year? So they're 9-2 on the year, right? They've only lost 2 games. They've won 9 out of 11 ball games. The Phoenix Suns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're the 6th worst cover team in the NBA. They're 4-7 against the spread as a 9-2 basketball team overall. So a lot of people, when they see, the Suns are 9-2, this team's got to be a cover machine. They're not. Make sure you guys look at this. This is why betting is so important to know what you're looking at. And these spreads are so important to dive into because Phoenix, 9-2 overall, but have only covered 4 games. Crazy stats there. It's funny when you think about it because Sacramento is 6-5 on the year. They've won 3 less games. They've covered more games this year. They've covered almost double the games that Phoenix has covered. So always got to look at that and see how teams are performing. Let's keep it moving, fellas. We have one more game we're breaking down today, which is going to be the Grizzlies taking on the Lakers. Grizzlies are coming in 7-4 in the year. They're 3-2 on the road, taking on a Lakers team that is 6-4 overall, but they're 5-0 at home. Another team that's absolutely dominating opponents at home. Jammer, we got to go over to you. What do you like about this matchup? Wait, before I go to you, I forgot to do what I do. We have a ton of injuries in this game. Let me read the injury report here. Game time decisions for the Grizzlies: Brandon Clark, Marcus Smart, Vince Williams Jr. Out for the Grizzlies tonight: Desmond Bane and Ja Morant. A lot of big names out for the Grizzlies. On the other side, D'Angelo Russell is a game-time decision. They don't really need him because he's been awful when he's played. Anthony Davis is a game-time decision. Christian Wood is out. Jackson Hayes is a game-time decision. And Jalen Hood-Schifino is out as well. Jammer, we got the injury report. Do you know anybody playing in this game tonight?
Well, I think from what I've seen, it looks like AD is going to try to play. I think if he does, he's going to be rocking the goggles tonight, maybe.
Love that.
But there's a lot of animosity between these two teams. We saw it in the earlier matchup this season. No AD in that game. Grizzlies came out and blew them out 131-114. I mean, LeBron popped off 39, 7, and 6, but it just wasn't enough for them to beat them. Ja Morant said after the game that he doesn't like the Lakers. They knocked him out of the playoffs in 2022, 2023. And then he also mentioned how last year in a game in Memphis, he wasn't playing. The Lakers came in there and blew him out and, were dancing on their home court, and he really didn't like that. So these two teams don't like each other, and I think that tonight the Lakers are going to take that animosity out on the Grizzlies again without their two top guys and Desmond Bane and Ja Morant. If AD plays, I think this game could get out of hand, but even without him, I think that they have enough stars and scoring power to take out the Grizzlies at home. I'm all over the Lakers -6.5 tonight. I'm going to let it out early. That's one of my best bets. I'll for sure be paying attention to that injury report, but I think from what I've seen, they're expecting Anthony Davis to play, and if he does, he's going to be an absolute game changer. Jaren Jackson, I know he's one of the best defensive guys in the league, but he has not been able to figure out Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has always had some good matchups against him, and just because these guys don't like each other, and compared to what happened earlier in the season, I think that there's going to be some potential for a blowout tonight if the Lakers can keep this momentum going. They're on a 2-game win streak right now.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I agree with everything Jammer said. I'm on the Lakers -6.5 tonight. It's not a best bet for me as of now, but it could make its way there by the time this game does start. I will say, JD, I'm going to kick it over to you, but after you do go, I just got so much injury news for tonight's slate. I'm going to have to break it down. It may change a couple of things, but JD, what do you like in this game before we go over the rest of the game's injury report?
Yeah, tonight it's going to be the Lakers or either actually pass here. These two teams played actually last week. Grizzlies won, I believe it was 31 to like 115.
Yep.
And now they're right back here again tonight. But the Lakers, they are actually home here, and actually like ATS this year, they are actually 5-0 at actually home. Grizzlies, they have a bunch of guys out. To me, yeah, this is just like it just sets up to be an absolute actually like Lakers spot here. There is a prop that I am looking at here, and that is Austin Reeves over 2.5 threes. If that's a plus money still, I definitely like that. And actually, like against this actually Grizzlies team, the way they play, he should have a lot of volume there. Actually night. So yeah, there's a prop that I would definitely look at.
I like that for sure. I like it for sure. All right, boys, you ready for me to go over the injury news that I have just stumbled across after morning shoot-around? So let's dive into that. For this game, Jackson Hayes officially out. Did not go through shoot-around this morning, will not play. Ben Simmons looks like he's being downgraded. Will not be going tonight. He's now questionable. He was a probable, so when you see somebody get downgraded, not a good sign. Alex Caruso did not go through shoot-around, officially out tonight. Wendell Carter, who we talked about in the Magic game, being a big person that the Magic are going to need to go tonight. He's not going. He's officially out. Wendell Carter will not play tonight. And I believe one more, and Bradley Beal looks like he's not going to go either. So those are the big name guys that I just got the information from shoot-arounds for that have not gone through, and a lot of them have officially been ruled out. And I just got another one. As of 3 seconds ago, Al Horford is out tonight for the Celtics. I see Jess in there asking if anyone has anything in the Boston-Brooklyn game. Well, as of now, Jess, looks like Ben Simmons is not going, who was originally supposed to go. And it does look like now as well that Al Horford's definitely going to be out as well. So I'm going to still have to look into that game. A lot of injury news coming out, so nothing for me. But I did want to break down what was going on in the NBA so we had a little more clarity than we did earlier breaking down these games. Fellas, that's going to do it for a breakdown, but we have a couple things we always go over here. We have a Black Friday sale coming out. It's coming out on Friday. Make sure you guys stay tuned. It's going to be the biggest sale MoneyBall Metrics has ever done. There's going to be a ton of great options for you guys, a ton of great offerings. So make sure you guys are staying tuned to this show, to the MoneyBall Metrics Twitter, and the MoneyBall Metrics Discord, where all the announcements are going to be. You're not going to want to miss this. Fellas, now it's about that time. We go into our best bets from today's show. Jammer, do you have 1? Do you have 2? Do you have 19? What do you got?
Well, let me tell you. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3 for you guys. It's going to go from the last one we talked about, the Lakers, -6.5. I'm absolutely all over them. While Alpha was talking there, I was scrolling Twitter, and it's looking like AD's definitely playing tonight.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm all over this 6.5 on the Lakers. First game we talked about, Miles Turner over 8.5 rebounds. Great news with Wendell being out. Him over 8.5 rebounds. Sprinkle on the double-double. It's always worth it. And then the final one, Donovan Mitchell over 3.5 3-pointers made. It's at plus money. This guy is going to be the offense for the Cavaliers tonight. Look for him to get out there, shoot a couple threes early. Might even have to take off the fourth quarter, but hopefully he gets it there early. I like him over 3.5 threes at plus money.
Let's get it. I'll dive into mine next, guys. My first one is going to be the Cavs minus the 9.5. The more I think about this game, I really do think this Cavs team is going to absolutely take it to them. So that's exactly what we're playing. And the second best bet I have today is going to be the Pacers on the money line. Wendell Carter being out is a huge deal to me. If Guga Batadze gets in any kind of foul trouble, this team is absolutely screwed. They have no depth at the center position. And with the way that the Pacers attack the rim, I think that he will get into some foul trouble tonight. So give me the Pacers. I think you're going to win this game pretty comfortably. You currently get him at a dog, too. JD, time for the best bets. What do you got today?
Yeah, just like you just said, I'm going to have to go with the Pacers here. Looks like on FanDuel, you can actually get their money line at a minus 104.
Yep.
So I absolutely love that. Just like I said, I actually have them here priced out it's actually at minus 4.2. So actually, like, that's a really good price there. Then let's go to a college basketball game.
Let's go.
Which we did not talk about, but I have to give y'all something there. We got California. Let me find the line. They are going to Vanderbilt to a night, and I love the over here. You can get the over at 158.5 at actually minus 104. I don't see either one of these teams actually getting actually stops here. And both teams have been playing very, very well. Cal has actually started out very well. I would actually lean to them with the points here. You can get at least an 8 here. I actually like that, but I actually like the total a little bit more. So let's take the over there, and the model actually has it at actually 164. So
there we go. I absolutely love it. Well, everybody get your phones out. This is the time. We're leaving up the graphic. I'm on Pacers money line, Cavs minus 9.5. JD is also on Pacers money line and the Cal Vandy over 158.5, which I will personally be tailing. Let's get that, JD. And Jammer Bets is on Miles Turner over 8.5 rebounds, Lakers minus 6.5, and Donovan Mitchell over 3.5 threes. I'll leave this up for a couple more seconds. But fellas, that is going to do it for today's show. We did a great job of breaking down the NBA slate. I know JD is excited to get back into college basketball because of how well you've been doing. You're absolutely the best on the internet in college basketball right now, so keep killing it. I'll be telling that over in that Vandy game at 158.5. And Jammer, per usual, thank you for coming on, giving out the great bets, and doing what you do. JD, say goodbye to the people.
Guys, just like always, and I actually hope everybody has a great day, and let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. Jammer, give the people some words of encouragement. Get us out of here. What do you got?
Hey, we're sweeping the best bets tonight.
Yes.
Fire me up. We're sweeping the best bets. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace.